Welcome to the retirement classroom. Today we're debunking one of the most common retirement myths, the idea that you need $2 million to retire. You've probably seen the headlines. Financial advisors throwing around numbers like 1.7 million or 2 million as if there's a magic threshold below which retirement is impossible. The truth is far more nuanced, and for many people the real number is significantly lower. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to calculate your number and why the generic $2 million target is misleading for most Americans. Let's start with where the 2 million number comes from. Most retirement calculators use a simple formula. Take your desired annual spending, subtract guaranteed income like Social Security, and multiply the gap by 25. This is the 4% rule in reverse. If you need $40,000 per year from your portfolio, multiply by 25, and you get 1 million. If you need $80,000 per year from your portfolio, you get 2 million. The problem is these calculators almost always overestimate how much you need from your portfolio, because they undercount your guaranteed income sources and overestimate your spending in retirement. Let me show you why the 2 million target is wrong for most people. Factor 1, Social Security is worth more than you think. The average retired couple receives approximately $45,000 per year in combined Social Security benefits. If you earned above average wages, your combined benefits could be $60,000 to $70,000 per year. At a 4% withdrawal rate equivalent, your Social Security represents a portfolio equivalent of $1.1 to $1.75 million. In other words, Social Security is doing a huge amount of the heavy lifting that people attribute to their portfolio. Factor 2, spending typically decreases in retirement, not increases. The Bureau of Labor Statistics data shows that spending drops significantly after age 65. The average household aged 65 to 74 spends about $60,000 per year. By ages 75 to 84, spending drops to about $48,000, and over 85, average spending is about $36,000 per year. This pattern, sometimes called the retirement spending smile, means you need less income as you age, not more. Most calculators assume flat or increasing spending throughout retirement, which dramatically overstates your needs. Factor 3, taxes are lower in retirement. When you're working, you pay payroll taxes of 7.65% on every dollar earned, plus federal and state income tax. In retirement, Social Security is partially or fully tax-free for many retirees. Roth withdrawals are completely tax-free. Long-term capital gains have a 0% rate for married couples under approximately $96,700 in taxable income. Your effective tax rate in retirement is typically much lower than during your working years, which means you need less gross income to maintain the same after-tax lifestyle. Factor 4, you may have additional income sources. A pension, rental income, part-time work, or a small business can dramatically reduce how much you need from your portfolio. Even earning $15,000 per year from part-time work in early retirement reduces your portfolio need by $375,000 using the 4% rule math. And rule. Let me now show you how to calculate your actual retirement number. Step 1. Estimate your annual spending in retirement. Not your current income, your actual spending. Most people spend 70 to 80% of their pre-retirement income, and this drops further as they age. Be honest about what you actually spend money on. Step 2. Add up all your guaranteed income. Social Security for both spouses, any pensions, annuity payments, and any other reliable income streams. Subtract your guaranteed income from your estimated spending. This is your annual portfolio gap, the amount you actually need your portfolio to generate each year. Step 3. Multiply your portfolio gap by 25 for a 30-year retirement, or by 20 for a more conservative estimate. This is your actual target portfolio size. For most American retirees, this number is dramatically lower than $2 million. Let me run through some real examples. Couple 1, Bill and Nancy, combined Social Security $48,000 per year, annual spending $65,000, portfolio gap $17,000 per year, target portfolio $17,000 times 25 equals $425,000. That's it. With a paid-off home and $48,000 in Social Security, Bill and Nancy need about $425,000 in savings to retire comfortably. Couple 2, Robert and Diana, combined Social Security $52,000, small pension $12,000, annual spending $80,000, portfolio gap $16,000 per year, target portfolio $400,000. Their pension plus Social Security covers 80% of their needs. Couple 3, Mike and Patricia, combined Social Security $65,000, annual spending $100,000, portfolio gap $35,000 per year, target portfolio $875,000. Even at $100,000 in annual spending, their strong Social Security benefits mean they need well under $1 million. Now, some people do need $2 million or more. If you want to spend $150,000 per year, have below average Social Security benefits, and plan to retire at 60 before Social Security kicks in, then yes, you might need a larger portfolio. The point isn't that $2 million is wrong for everyone. It's that it's wrong as a universal target. Your number depends entirely on your specific spending, your specific income sources, and your specific timeline. There are a few important caveats I want to address. First, healthcare costs. Out-of-pocket healthcare costs average approximately $6,000 to $12,000 per year for a retired couple on Medicare. Make sure this is included in your spending estimate. If you retire before 65, you'll need to cover your own health insurance, which could be $15,000 to $25,000 per year for a couple until Medicare kicks in. Second, long-term care. As we covered in our long-term care masterclass, the average person has a 70% chance of needing long-term care. If you're self-insuring this risk, you should add $100,000 to $200,000 to your target. If you have long-term care insurance or a hybrid policy, the required addition is smaller. Third, housing costs. If your home is paid off, your housing costs in retirement are primarily property taxes, insurance, and maintenance, typically $5,000 to $15,000 per year. If you still have a mortgage, include the full payment in your spending estimate. Fourth, inflation. The 4% rule already accounts for inflation adjustments. Your Social Security also adjusts for inflation through annual COLA increases. Between these two inflation-adjusted income sources, most of your retirement income keeps pace with rising prices. Let me share one more important concept: the retirement spending phases. Financial planners often divide retirement into 3 phases. Phase 1 is the go-go years, typically ages 65 to 75, when you're active, traveling, and spending the most on discretionary activities. Phase 2 is the slow-go years, ages 75 to 85, when spending naturally decreases as travel and activities wind down. Phase 3 is the no-go years, ages 85 plus, when spending drops further except for potential health care and long-term care costs. The implication is powerful. You don't need your portfolio to support your highest spending level for 30 years. You need it to support high spending for maybe 10 years, moderate spending for another 10, and lower spending after that. This front-loaded spending pattern means a smaller portfolio can work because you're drawing more heavily in the early years when your portfolio is largest and less as time goes on. Let me also address the psychological barrier. Many people who have accumulated $500,000 or $700,000 feel like they've failed because they didn't hit $2 million. This is a tragedy because they may actually be perfectly prepared for a comfortable retirement, but don't realize it. They continue working years longer than necessary, missing out on the active retirement years they can never get back. The most expensive mistake in retirement planning isn't retiring too early. It's retiring too late because you were chasing an arbitrary number that didn't apply to your situation. Here's a simple sanity check you can do right now. Add up your expected Social Security benefits for both spouses. Add any pension or annuity income. This is your guaranteed income floor. Now estimate your desired annual spending in retirement. Subtract your guaranteed income from your spending. Multiply that gap by 25. That's roughly what you need in savings. I bet for many of you watching, the number is far less than $2 million. The bottom line? For the majority of American retirees with a paid-off home, reasonable Social Security benefits, and moderate spending needs, the actual portfolio requirement is between $400,000 and $1 million, not $2 million. Don't let clickbait headlines discourage you from retiring when you're actually ready. Calculate your number based on your life, and you may find that retirement is closer than you think. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more retirement planning education, and if you'd like help calculating your specific retirement number, check the link in the description for a free consultation. Class dismissed.
Hey, before you go, if you're serious about your retirement, we'd love to help. Scan the QR code on screen right now or visit the link in the description to book a completely free strategy session with a qualified professional. It only takes a couple minutes to fill out, and there's absolutely no obligation. Take the first step today. We'll see you in the next one.